Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Dalitha. I am Travis. And it is Wednesday, and that means it's time for just Dynamite.
AEW. Hopefully you guys watched some NXT last night if you're NXT fans, because it was on last night, not tonight. I guess a lot of stuff happened over there. The whatchamacallit changed hands, and
the 205 championship.
The 205 championship belt went over to Kushida. Mr. Escobar lost.
He did. After beating Dublin last week.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie Mornay or whatever her name is showed up. Went right to Raquel Gonzalez right out of the gate.
Mm.
Boom. And anyways, it looks like they're talking to the Bucks right now. And why they turned evil. Evil.
Yeah, they're a family that love and hug.
Why wouldn't you be?
Mm-hmm. We have Walter in the chat. Hey, Walter, saying here, Travis with AEW 8 p.m. with Mike Tyson. Yeah, he's going to be on there, and he is. Are you still out there, Walter?
Old Iron Mike.
Samo's in the chat. Hey, Samo says, hey guys, and Kushida won the Cruiserweight title and AEW rankings came out today. Britt Baker is now number 3. Sweet. Number 3, huh?
Taking it number 3. From Dirty Grandpa. It's pretty funny. Taking it number 3.
Yeah. They're going to do a newer, better version of themselves. They're going to take out the Young Bucks, the new ones, sometime. I don't know.
Is this a new intro?
Looks a little new.
I feel like I haven't seen this before. Either that or I'm late every Wednesday.
It looks a little newer than it has been.
Old AEW Dynamite. It's official, guys. It's on.
Mm-hmm. AEW Dynamite. Lots of fire and brimstone happening.
Look at that. Dax Harwood.
Ooh.
Chris Jericho with Mike Tyson as the referee.
You know, he's a special ringside enforcer.
Ooh, the enforcer. Where's Mike? It's almost like he's making fun of himself.
I know, right? What is you doing here? That's funny. What is you doing here? Oh, we've got Robbie in the chat. Hey, Robbie, how's it going? Says, yo, what good? What's good? AEW? It's good stuff.
Mike Tyson's about ready to knock somebody out. Poor MJF.
Oh, God. He sees his enemy right in front of him. Robbie's like, Iron Mike, what's he going to do tonight? He's going to be the special
He's going to knock out MJF in a second.
Walter wants Mike to KO MJF. LOL. Smells like, have you seen Dolph's Twitter? He's constantly ripping into his brother.
No, but that's pretty funny. As he should.
That's funny.
So brothers are for. What's
a check? A blank check.
A blank check.
Oh my goodness. It took him 2 tries to get it.
He's having a hard time ripping a check, though.
Oh my God, he ate it!
I thought it was an ear. I think he thought it was an ear. And then he spit it in MJ's face. I'll remember that, Mike.
Wow. So that's happening tonight. Dax Harwood versus Chris Jericho.
He was going to give him a... Oh, look at Amber Nova's back. She hasn't been in action
since last year. Neither of them have been in action for a while.
Oh, that was Statlander?
Uh-huh. Chris Statlander against her Red Velvet versus Jade Cargill.
Couple women's
see that
matches
again,
tonight.
huh? Who will step up to Christian Cage's challenge? He's got a challenge out there,
Does he have a belt? Why would he?
The TNT champion, Darby Allin versus Matt Hardy tonight.
That should be a good one.
That's a false count
Matt
anywhere.
Hardy. Young Bucks versus Pac and Ray Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. That's up next.
Event. Oh,
so that's starting us out.
I just said that's going to be your main event, and I was wrong.
That's what's happening up next. Rally's in the chat. Hey, Rally says, hi, Rally here. Looking forward to Mike Tyson on AEW again. It must be better than Raw. Geez, so bad. Want it. Robbie's like, AEW good? Is it, though? Some days. It's pretty good, actually. Roberto Lozano's in the chat. AEW. Hey, Roberto. Happy birthday to Amy Dumas, a.k.a. Lita. Nice. Yeah. Robbie says, what's a fraud like MJF going to teach Mike? To be a fraud?
Just start frauding people.
Raleigh's like, Dolph Ziggler's brother looks just the same, but with short hair. Ryan Nemeth. He called on AEW Dark and Elevation, usually. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been on the main roster a couple times, though.
Smells like, think Matt will win? I don't know. Walter's like, Pac and Ray Phoenix for the win. Yeah, you think they're going to win against the Young Bucks? With all their buddies? If they have friends, maybe it'll happen. But if they come out with all their buddies now, their family, love and hugs. They're not just, friends that do weird things.
Because they're too sweet?
They're not too sweet. They don't do just that. They're better than that.
Look what they're wearing.
They're coming out with Don Callis now. So they're just making all of AEW a joke with the whole Impact crap, too, or something.
Well, not right now. I mean, these are all... Well, I mean, obviously, Callis is an Impact guy, but the other two are not.
I guess they really wanted to be booed. Is that why they decided that they needed to turn heel because they have
They didn't want to be corporate anymore.
So they're going to go with the other corporate?
Now they're going to go...
with the other
hardcore
corporate business?
Look at this white and gray outfit.
Saying that, Matt will win. Yeah?
Ooh.
It's a bold statement.
I mean, I would like to see the television championship be off of his hands, but I don't know about Matt Hardy.
Jamel McGee's in the chat. Hey, Jamel says, there goes that sleazy car salesman.
Right?
Don Callis. He does look like a sleazy car salesman, doesn't he?
You putting, like, wood chips in your transmission and shit?
Like... He definitely looks like a sleazy car salesman. It's a perfect...
Like Danny DeVito on that show with the little girl.
Right? Matilda?
Matilda.
It's definitely a way to look at it, that's for sure. That he looks like a sleazy car salesman. It fits.
Of course he is. Look at their new britches.
They got rid of their...
Their cool stuff. Gonna super kick the referee there as his little spinny around goes around.
They decided to cut off the fringe. Ooh. As Jamal McGee
cool.
says, foosball is the devil. That's right.
Foosball is the devil.
Women is the devil.
Alright, Pac. Pushing the young buck back. Mr. Jackson. Takes me about an hour to figure out which one's which. And then they take another 2 weeks off, and then I don't know. All right, Pac.
So...
in there, squaring up. Gets behind him.
Walter wants Pac and Ray Phoenix to win over the Bucks.
Yeah, well, who wouldn't? I like the Bucks, but now I'm not sure I like them as much. They're not as cool looking.
With their gray and white.
Yeah, they're kind of blah, right?
Their boringness. They're like, we're mean and cruel, so we wear boring clothes.
We're heels, so we're going to be 2.0.
We're like totally going to be ourselves. We're going to reinvent ourselves into stupid.
Pac, look at Pac just flip over. Take Jackson, hip toss. Their moves are ridiculous. But he's like, I can wrestle with you. What does he have, like a gypsy cloth on his head?
I think so. I think he's being very...
So what, did they put all the heels in this corner or something?
I guess.
Is that kind of what they were implicating there?
I guess that's why, because usually the good guys are in that corner.
Yeah, that's what they just made it sound like.
Uh-huh.
Huh, I did not notice that before. I wonder if that's been in front of our face this whole time.
I didn't notice it either.
All right, here we go with Phoenix. Phoenix is quick.
Ah, he's like, oh, your face wasn't there?
Oh,
just
right into the ropes. Little cartwheel. Runs right into a big boot by Jackson.
Boots.
Jackson flips to the outside. Monkey flips off. Up under him. Phoenix just can't touch him. Nick's too quick. All right.
There's a lot of flippy stuff going on.
This is a bunch of choreographed freaking ballroom dancing here. There's our clothesline. That's what we needed. Some good old-fashioned hard work. Who's in the back with the thing over his face?
The very, very back?
Uh-huh.
Well, it was the bunny and the butcher and the blade were the three back there.
Oh, and one of them had a black all the way around their head.
He might have. I didn't quite catch everybody. I was kind
of
looking
both
at
Jacksons are in the ring with Phoenix. Phoenix into the ropes.
But
Phoenix
they're kind
up
of
over the
like
top. Hurricane Rana!
Tag.
Saw that on Buffy the Vampire Slayer the other day. Oh, hits him with that backdrop elbow.
She did use one of those. It was
Hurricane
awesome.
Rana, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Frankensteiner. Pac over the top. Lands right on his feet. Phoenix through. Takes Jackson out.
Space flying tiger drop.
Oh, yeah.
Some important info there.
It's definitely a Japanese calling of the move.
Mm-hmm. So weird.
Look at that slap. That's going to hurt you. Right to the back of the head. Big elbow. Little scoop slam.
Jacob Eugene's in the chat. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
Friends, I got my shot today. It didn't hurt. I only have one more to go. Sweet.
Good deal. That is a good deal. What's the ad say? Do your part or something? I can't remember what the ad said.
Some garbage like that.
Oh, misses with that clothesline. Flips him around. Right into the back of the head. Jackson's in trouble, getting kicked in both of his back of his head. Oh, that collapsed his knees.
Really says, liked seeing Taya Valkyrie last night, Frankie Monet, then Bianca Rhea coming back to NXT was cool. Did you see, guys?
I did. I watched.
I did not watch. Jamal McGee says Kenny Omega looks like a washed-up porn star.
Old Kenny Omega. Like the 90s style porn star. That's pretty funny. I'm hornier than Ron Jeremy. Phoenix up on top. Oh, gets tripped. Jackson's just too clever. Takes out Pac. Look at that quick tag.
Like, he couldn't have, ducked that kick. He saw it coming.
Yeah, sometimes you just freeze.
Kim Metropisha is in the chat, says, do you think Death Triangle will take the W versus the Bucks? I don't know. Maybe?
No.
I mean, they aren't going to win anything.
I don't know if this is a title match. Yeah, see, he's got the black thing on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Jackson with the rake of the eyes.
Ugh.
With his feet.
Right?
Dior.
They have classy shoes. You're
Is that what that
so
is?
loud. Dior.
Oh, look, we can get expensive boots.
They're Nikes with the name of a perfume on the bottom of them. Not sure how great that is, but okay.
It's one of the better kinds. Jackson's double drop kick. Rock and Roll Express stop. Or once in a millennia. Just like the Rock and Roll Express in the millennia before them.
He's like, I'm not talking about their ability to wrestle here. Nobody's talking about that.
Oh, Rakes is back. Simple but painful. Phoenix goes into the ropes. flips over the top. Slingshot. Back onto his feet. Double arm drag. Woo! There he goes. Here comes Pac. Pac missile dropkick off the top. It's called a missile dropkick. Oh, the shotgun dropkick. Call it what you will. What if your double dropkick was one over-under?
Oh, no.
Would it be a shotgun still? Like an over-under shotgun? 1, 2. He kicks out.
Robbie says, them Nikes are dead.
Look at Trent. Looks like he's smoking crack. And crying at the same time. Like, he knows he has a problem, but he can't stop.
Orange Cassidy's completely bored with the whole situation.
Well, of course.
This is boring. So bored I'm dead.
Throws Jackson right into the corner.
Yeah, I didn't know this was for titles. If this is for titles, they're not winning.
You have no idea if it's a title match. I would assume that it would be Phoenix and Pentagon if it was going to be a title match. But
right.
I've been wrong before.
Right. I don't know. The way that they just mentioned it earlier was like if they went away, they'd be champions. If they win.
Yeah.
So I just figured that if that's the case, then that means that they would win the titles, right? So they'd be champions.
Right. Pac's asking for more.
Ravi says, them Nikes are dead. I don't know what that means.
It just means they're out. Like old.
Jacob Jean says, I thought I heard that beautiful alien is going to be in action tonight. Yes,
She
Chris
is.
Statlander is going to be
Jackson
in there
trips
tonight.
Pac. Big right hand to Jackson. But a double drop kick right to the face. Not a double drop kick, just a single drop kick. The Phoenix charges him, but then he gets jacked.
Ravi says in the UK we don't say Nike, we say Nike.
Nice.
You forget that there's an E. Just kidding.
It's Greek mythology.
Nike?
Nike, yeah.
Nike?
It's a goddess.
Nike.
Pops him up and down.
He says, I'm ready to see the beautiful alien. She'll be out there sometime
Statlander
tonight.
against Amber Nova. Sounds like a porn star.
Yeah.
Oh! Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I just shook my head. Sorry. I didn't say yes.
Like, I don't think any of the tag teams are interested in this match. They're all out there like...
Janelle Jackson's in the chat.
Hey,
Hey,
Janelle.
Janelle says, what did you think about the 3 champions last night? Sure, in the moment, in the rain.
It was good. Different. I wasn't expecting it.
I think it's fucking stupid. It's like, bitches, you're like, let's go back down to NXT and show it. We're NXT people. Look what we can do. And it's like, oh, barf, so now you're pulling the whole we're so much better than Raw and SmackDown issue again. Oh, goody gumdrops.
All right, Pac getting picked up by his hair. Jackson's got him in the corner. What is he doing over there? He's going to
Waiting.
super kick him in the back of the head. What's he waiting for? Back handsprings. Then he walks up and rakes his back. So what's this new back rake thing? They've done it twice now.
I don't know, maybe it's their new weird shit that they want to try to make that they're different, I guess. Jacob
All
says,
right, they're
I
gonna
also
go to
forgot that
picture-in-picture.
Tyson was on again. Robbie's like, when's
Yes.
that women's match on? Don't know.
There's going to be 2 women's matches on tonight, so I would assume it'll be in the first hour.
Walter says WWE NXT Roderick Strong left wrestling.
Yeah, I seen that. He gave up his whatever, which I would assume just means he's moving up to the main roster.
Oh, yeah?
Either that or there's another storyline. Yeah, he gave in his resignation papers.
Oh. Jamel says Raw was awful. Jamie says Pac was Neville, correct? Yes.
Yes, he was.
He was.
I was talking to a friend yesterday. He's like, what'd you think of WrestleMania? I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it. And he's like, I liked Raw better. It's just funny that he said how bad Raw was.
That's funny.
And I'm like, yeah, that's because Charlotte was on there.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
because he's a big Charlotte fan.
But it just made me laugh.
Which one was that? Who was that?
Dwayne.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Old Tom.
Robbie's like, Jamal, Raw is always bad. I find NXT is boring, has lost its spark.
Yeah, there's something off with NXT. Like, I watched it last night, I was like, I had to fast forward through a couple of it.
You're like, has it always been this way? We just didn't notice because we watched AEW most of the time. You know what I mean? Like,
Possibly.
maybe it's always been like
well,
that.
their pay-per-views are really good.
Yeah, but most pay-per-views are, right? Like, a good percentage of them are. Jamel says Pac is evil garden gnome. He is kind of looks like one, doesn't he? Walter's like, good AEW wrestling for more matches. Cool. Jiggy I'm a fan of the Luchasaurus.
I love the Luchasaurus. I think he might be my favorite guy on all NXT or AEW.
Mm-hmm. One of the Young Bucks is out there with Pac right now in the picture-in-picture, beating him up some during this commercial picture-in-picture break. And Pac is out beating him up.
Sorry, I know there's wrestling on, but I'm over here watching this.
You're like, what's going on?
That looks fantastic.
That looks hilarious.
Wipeout with John Cena and some girl. Nicole Buyer?
I guess.
She's not a seller, she's a buyer.
We're back from picture-in-picture. Ooh, they're beating him up, and they're like, oh, look at us.
Why is it taking the Jacksons so long? They've been dominating the whole match. Just pin them and get it over with. Let's move on.
I don't know. I guess they're doing their whole slow, methodical crap. They're like, look at us, we're
just
so
trying to
good.
kill time or something because the other team hasn't had any offense.
Right.
So it's not like they're building them up. You know, well, the matches had to last longer because it was a good match. We haven't seen any offense from Pac or Phoenix. Oh, Pac stops it. Gets out of the way. Throws Jackson over the top rope. Another Jackson over the top rope.
Wow. Sending him over.
Nick and Matt over the top. Now Pac's in there by himself. He still can't get to Phoenix. It looks like Phoenix is going to get yanked down to the floor. Because there's a Jackson right behind him. Yeah, that wasn't obvious.
No, not at all.
And Pac got there, but nobody was home. Phoenix is just devastated. I don't know if that's heartbreak or actually got hurt when he got pulled down.
Something.
All 8 people in the crowd.
Nobody's going to give a crap, dude. Nobody's going to help you.
It's like the quietest crowd I've ever heard in my life.
They don't like him anymore.
What?
They're bad guys, so they're like, boo.
They're making fun. Oh, look, he tagged himself in. Now he's up in the air.
Oh, he's pretending to be Ray. I get it now.
Now he's clotheslining.
I get what he's doing in his stupidness.
He's copying his old self. This is what he used to do.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He's mocking
now
somebody.
It's the Ultimate Warrior here.
No, he's mocking Ray.
No, they've said it 6 times on the mic that it's his old style. But then he was doing the Ultimate Warrior stuff. Oh, now he's praying. See? I guess he's making fun of himself.
I don't think he's making fun of himself. It just would make no sense. It really wouldn't make sense to make fun of yourself.
A lariat, clothesline, whatever your vernacular calls for.
Your vernacular. He uses words like that anymore.
JR.
So it was like Pac was Neville, but he left WWE because he didn't agree with where his character was going, and glad he did. He, after leaving, went on to be undefeated for 2 years.
Yeah, he didn't wrestle very much in that time, but you're right, yeah. Up over the top. Oh! Right into his groin.
Hang him out to dry.
Phoenix.
Is anybody excited for WWE 2K22? There's a lot of people that are excited.
When does that come out? October? A little Hurricane Run off the top. It's a big super kick right in the hand. Phoenix back handspring into a double stunner. Or cutter.
Ooh. So you're going for the title.
This is a double RKO.
That was. But not out of nowhere. So it didn't work as well. Jake Regine says, my boss told me that I could have off Friday. Sweet. I was like, SD Live is probably the best out of the WWE shows.
Yes, it is. It's up there.
Walter says, I guess AEW is taped?
I don't know.
Jacob says, Walter, AEW is in person and taped. Rob is like, Walter, I reckon it's taped.
Usually when they're taped like that, there's leaks. And I didn't hear any spoilers.
Jacob's like, come on, Death Triangle. Jamal says, there's no crying in wrestling with my angry Tom Hanks voice. Yeah, there's no crying. Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying in wrestling. As we know it is baseball. There's no crying in baseball.
Still to come, Dax Harwood, Chris Jericho with Iron Mike. Oh, that's going to be the main event. Big Money Matt versus Darby, the house elf.
That's still to come. Robbie says, what's that, the Ultimate Warrior? Yeah, haha.
I mean, that's what it was looking like, right? Either that or he was making fun of Ford.
Walter
Montez
says,
Ford does that.
AEW game coming out.
Oh! Phoenix misses. Over the top.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow, don't break his knee. 1, 2. Jackson kicks out.
He kicked out of that. Jacob says, we get a falls count anywhere, too? Yes. With a Darby Allin and Hardy.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a falls count anywhere match.
That means Sting will get involved.
Robbie's like, D, next year you're going to tell us wrestling is real. Isn't it?
It's pretty real.
People get hurt. Like,
Phoenix just
really hurt.
Batshit crazy.
People bleed. People lose their teeth. Pretty sure that that's pretty real.
If he hits this... Oh, nobody's there. Right over Jackson gets super kicked. And then he gets super kicked. And then he gets super kicked. Kicks him plenty. Woo!
Oh.
Into a freaking pile driver.
That was weird.
They're calling it a destroyer.
Oh, jeez. Jamal McGee says, that was perfect, right? Jacob says, I always thought wrestling was real. It is totally
It is real.
It's all real.
I mean, you can go up to Brock and say, hey, I know it's fake. Well, can we wrestle?
I know it's fake. I won't ever get hurt. I was like, dude, you are too funny.
Did you hear Seth Rollins' interview talking about Brock? He's like, wrestling Brock, you know you wrestled him because you hurt for like a week afterwards. You know, he's like, I couldn't walk right for 2 weeks after our last fight at SummerSlam. He's like, but Brock put on a great show knowing, you know, that he was going to lose to me. Mm-hmm. And it was still a fantastic match. Right. He's like, but sometimes he doesn't show up like that. And he's notorious for it. Because they're like, well, what would Dean Ambrose say if you asked him how Brock is as a person? And Dean would be like, no, he's not a good person. He's not, because Brock just beat him up. Mm-hmm. But he's found his little niche. That's what Seth said.
But Seth has or Brock?
Brock has a little niche. So he's always going to be relevant. Look at that. Phoenix and Jackson both take each other out.
Right.
Oh! Oh, Phoenix, it didn't even phase him. Super... Oh! RKO out of nowhere.
Oh, gee whiz. Walter's like, don't try it at home. Wrestling hurts body. Yeah, we saw that guy that broke his leg.
Oh, yeah.
That was horrible. I put it on our Instagram.
Right off the ladder? Or was it a ladder?
He was like 2 feet in the air, 1 foot in the air, and he jumped, and he like, it was so gross. It was like, ew.
It can definitely happen.
This is why you don't try it at home. This is
why you could have done that stepping down the stairs.
So I said, this is why you don't try this at home, kids.
Big Sid Vicious did it when he was wrestling Scott Steiner.
Came out his boot. I was like, so why do wrestlers slap their leg when they do the super kick? According to WWE,
louder.
They don't do it anymore in theirs. They get fined if they do it there. So now they don't even do super kicks really anymore. And if they do, they make a big stinky deal out of it so you don't have to hear it. Like, you don't hear any slaps or noise or anything.
You still hear it.
Not very much, though. Not like it used to be.
Look at this. Off the top. Woo! Vertical suplex.
It's
a long way down. Ready. Phoenix up top. 5-star frog splash. 2. Jackson kicks out.
Ooh, he kicked out of it. Jay Regine says, I'm going to train to become a wrestler. Good deal. Jamal McGee says, I want to see Brock Lesnar versus Kenny Omega.
That'd be
Jamal
fun.
says, the beast incarnated.
Woo!
Jamal says, Psycho Sid stayed
you guys.
down for me. Stayed.
Oh, Jackson still got the break. Even though Phoenix tried to keep him off.
Right?
Phoenix inadequate. That was supposed to be a clothesline hit him with his chest.
Mm-hmm. He's like,
He's pulling Matt right over to the corner.
He's like, I need you to come over here so that I can tag.
Your foot is supposed to be on the ground when you tag.
They're like, we don't care anymore about the rules. Rules are stupid. Robbie's like, the super kicks never connect anyways. Whatever.
Look at that low blow right into Pac's junk. Here comes Phoenix. Right into a super kick. Basically, they're just going to be pulling super kicks all night.
Oh, he ripped off his face.
What the hell? That's disrespectful.
Well, he's not going to be able to do anything now.
Well, that's bullshit. Yeah, he's got to cover his face and run to the back. Yeah, in Mexico, that would have been a disqualification.
Should be a disqualification.
He just took his mask and threw it 15 rows up. Yeah, Matt Jackson, you can go straight to heck.
You're funny. You can go straight to heck.
Look at this. Oh, disrespectful.
Jamal says, this match has gone on for way too long.
Yeah, they just played with him the whole time. That was silly.
Well, there's like Ray Phoenix unmasked. The Young Bucks got it. Boo.
A 30-minute match.
Yeah.
Uncalled for.
That's ridiculous. Jay says, what if Luchasaurus masks come off? What happens then?
Well, nothing, basically. Since he's not a lucha.
Not a real lucha?
I mean, lucha just means wrestling in Spanish, so he's a wrestler no matter what.
He's a dinosaur wrestler.
Vitamins and prayers, like Coco.
Southwestern egg rolls. He didn't even answer him.
Look at that. Range of motion. Woo! From the midget.
He put it down way too fast for him to be, like, really hurt. Did you see how fast he put that down?
Uh-huh.
That even hurts worse when you have to put it back down.
You ever been so sore in your armpit area from lifting that
Yes.
you can't put deodorant on?
Yes.
You know the trick with that? Is you get your hand up and then you put it on the wall and then you relax your muscles.
Yeah.
And then you can put your deodorant on.
Yeah. It's about as bad as not being able to, like, get in your car because you did, like, days so hard that you can't get in your car or out and you never want to go to the bathroom because you're like...
Oh, God.
For kicking your seat on purpose.
I should have
you.
just told you it was a boy. It's blue.
Everywhere.
Disaster. I want to do a reveal party for somebody.
So you can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Jake Ritchie said that, excuse me, we have the Insurgent in the chat. Hey, the Insurgent.
Hey, Insurgent.
Nobody wants to see Omega versus Broccoli. Hi, I'm new here and you're 890 subscribed. Woo, LOL. It's Matt. Is that Matt? Like Matt. Matthew? Are you Matthew?
It's Matt.
Walter's like Dark Order. Smo says taking off a luchador's mask is not just disrespectful, but it would mean that luchador can never wrestle again.
Ah, that would be a disgusting travesty.
That's terrible. That's dumb. J.H. says, did Paige join the Dark Order? No. He's just kind of buddies with them. He hasn't really joined them.
Yeah, he just hangs around with them.
Jamel says, Don Callis, I feel like I need to wash my hands after having a conversation with him. Jacob Jean says, have you guys got your vaccine yet?
No.
Ew. No. There's Lucha is struggling. Lucha Libre is wrestling. Yeah. James Satello's in the chat. Hey, James Satello says, are wrestlers allowed to take their families on tour?
I think so.
I'm sure they could.
I mean, if the wives and kids want to travel, usually there's school and other things going on, so they just fly back and forth. But
and it's not like a lot of those wrestlers are making a lot of money, so a lot of those wives probably have jobs and stuff too.
Did you see the big to-do over that Rose, Thug Rose? And what's her name? Anyways, the little Chinese girl.
Zai Li?
No, it's UFC.
Oh.
It's next weekend.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, I didn't. What's up?
So, Rose said on her... She got interviewed, and she said, basically in her interview, she said, better dead than red. She was talking about communism, and how she's completely against communism, and she'd rather be dead than red. And I guess she's getting backlash. I was like, how could an American backlash that?
Oh, they do. They think China's the bestest thing ever invented. They think communism is so great. They don't realize that they only see what they want to see instead of what they don't show you. The shit that they don't show you is what communism is. It's horrible for people. It puts people down. It makes it so they have no choices.
Right now we got Chris Jericho out there.
Yeah, with Mike Tyson out there.
And Mike Tyson. Sammy Guevara. Jake Hager. Santana Ortiz.
10 years.
He sure did knock him out on a Monday night. He's been relative for 30 years. 30 years ago, he was the heavyweight champion of the world. He was relative way before that.
He's stayed relative
for
30 years. So he was heavyweight champion 30 years ago, but after he wasn't, he still stayed relative. I'll tell you this, Miss Jericho. The reason why he stayed relative is, one, he bit somebody's ear off. So that kind of makes it so you stay relative.
Is Jericho like a good guy now?
I don't know. It's spinal.
I broke my back.
I broke my back. What? What do you mean you broke your back? Come here. It's spinal. I almost didn't make it to the match.
Special enforcer, like Arn Anderson.
There's no way they could make him like a good guy, right? So we have one of the women's matches on now.
This one first. I figured this would be on a pay-per-view type.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Red Velvet.
We got Red Velvet up against
Jade.
Jade Cargill is going to be her opponent tonight. Smo says Tyson bit off Evander Holyfield's ear off. Yeah, he bit part of it off. Yes.
I watched that match.
It wasn't all of his ear. He still had part of it. He still had his whole ear.
Just took a chunk out of it.
It was just a little chunk.
It hurt.
It hurt like hell, but...
I have to go get rabies shot. You know, he did it because Holyfield kept headbutting him. It wasn't like he just decided to go cannibal.
He's like, you know what, I really want to try a human, and you seem like the right one to try.
He said it like 5 times. He told the referee, he's like, he keeps headbutting me. If he keeps headbutting me, I'm going to do something myself. And he did something himself.
The referee didn't do anything about it, so he took it into his own mouth.
The funny thing is he bit his ear right?
Uh-huh.
And then they stopped it, deducted a point, all that. And then he headbutted a kid, so he bit his freaking ear off the second time. So he'd already bit him once. So the second time he just said, fuck it. And then obviously they stopped the fight. But...
Which is I found her Holyfield win.
Yeah.
Does he feel really stupid about winning for just that?
Velvet just attacked her right out of the gate.
Oh, they started the match right away.
Yeah, the referee.
Even though she wasn't quite ready. She started it, though.
Big kick! Or knee. The pump kick or a knee. I can't tell what it was.
She's like, I had to,
That's what champions look like right there, guys. Jade Cargill. That is what they look like.
Jake Regine's like, let's go, Red Velvet. James Sotelo says, how does AJ Styles' bodyguard fit in a car? Won't his head hit the top?
Convertibles.
Robbie says, Tyson looking ready to fight.
Hey, I've seen Shaquille O'Neal get out of some funny looking cars.
Another fact, Holyfield once fought Matt Hardy in a boxing match on Saturday night's main event. That's
pretty funny. I do not remember that. That's awesome, though. I love Vince. He does some crazy shit sometimes. You know, I had that. I forgot about that. You know, this stuff.
Uh-huh.
One of them, the one right after that one, was a WrestleMania.
Oh.
And it was, what's his name? The Big Show was wrestling Mayweather.
Oh.
Floyd Mayweather. So I've got the little boxing glove, the Mayweather with the WrestleMania that it is.
Oh, huh. That's fun.
Little keychain thing.
They're outside of the ring beating each other up now.
Cowgirl, look at how strong she is. Put her down here. Have her then.
They're like, we'll catch her.
My girl is acting tough.
Kylan King.
I'm trying to figure out who all these women are. I've never seen half of them. Anyways, Red Velvet thrown over the barricade on the outside. The referee is obviously not counting or it'd be a count out. She's at a 3.
She finally made it.
After she was out there for 3 minutes, she got to 3. So the referee counted that as being in the ring? Standing up on the outside of the ring?
I don't know if she did, but she's already interacting with her, and now she's in the ring, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Well, it wouldn't matter now, but it mattered then.
Yeah, she's but like, she wouldn't have gotten to 10.
Oh, shit! That looked like it was painful. Pretty sure that was a botch a little bit, guys.
Possibly, maybe
when
that's why
you do a vertical suplex, you're supposed to land on their back, not on the back of their head.
Maybe that's why she walked away, to make sure she was okay, so that
the referee could ask her.
It out, right?
He's like, hey, are you alive?
So she's like, hey, look at me flip my hair. She's like, I didn't mean to let you go so quickly.
Jade Cargill should be the next champion. She's got that look. She's like a Lex Luger look.
Bobby says, this girl, Jade, makes Charlotte Flair look like Dana Brooke in the ring. Ha ha ha. She's a big girl. I mean, not like big, but she's tall and very thick.
Yeah, I want to know how tall she is. I need to look that up. Because she might be tall as the big girls over on
she's got to be.
Like Raquel Gonzalez.
I mean, she's got to be. Because I know a lot of these girls she fights against, they're maybe like 5'2", 5'4", maybe something like that. And she's almost a head taller than them.
Oh, yeah, she's way taller.
So I wouldn't be surprised if she's not at least 5'11", possibly even 6 foot.
Yeah, if she's 5'10" or above,
because when she was standing next to Shaq, she didn't look short.
Right.
Like, she looked like
Red
normal,
Velvet
like he was normal sized.
To her right now.
Which is normal. She did it to her the last time.
Well, yeah, but after some distraction.
She kind of landed on her feet this time. Ooh!
Oh, she missed it.
Oh, missed it. Now
Sidewalk
she's
slam, bam!
Thrown around again. Kicked out of it. Robbie says, and the surgeon says, oh my FG, I need to stay away from the news. The Fiend lost again, right? Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Robbie's like, Jade is the real deal.
She is.
Then surgeon says, AEW makes up their own rules.
I think they do. And I'm not kidding.
Sometimes. Sometimes you're like, why are they doing it that way? By the way, we lost our picture-in-picture.
Yeah, we had picture-in-picture, and now it's gone. We got Ultimate Fighting after this.
UFC's on after? That's
not
weird.
The UFC, that's a company.
Oh.
It's just mixed martial arts.
Oh, MMA fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Smith says, it wouldn't surprise me if they give Jade the title and she won't defend it unless she feels like it.
Right. And it would make sense. Get it off of Sheeta.
Jacob and Raleigh are telling us Jade is 5'10".
Yep.
So it's quite tall for a woman.
Yeah, so she'd fit right in over on WWE
Oh, yeah.
TV.
Those girls are only about that. What's her face?
It is. It's the...
Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Married with children.
I know, but I was thinking the one that's on the cartoon. Phantasma or whatever.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's
it's
what's her face from that. Yeah.
Peg.
Peg. Yeah. Robbie says WWE women roster is dead food compared to AEW's.
Really? You like AEW's better, huh?
If they're starting to like show their women's more on the main show. They do a lot of their women's stuff on their dark show and I think
heels.
On their new Elevation show that they do. And they're starting to have more women matches on their main show.
Look at that. Her clotheslines can't even take Jade down. She might take her down this time, though.
Oh, she had to use her whole body for it, and then that worked. Walter's saying that Jade Cargill will win, though. So, and Javier's in the chat. Hey, Javier says, I'm back and almost to 900 subs. Yeah, we're almost there.
We're on our way.
says, Travis, do you remember Big Swole?
I do remember Big Swole.
She's still around somewhere.
She'll be back.
But we all know that this isn't the real big. This is the real big one, Big Swole, right? I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'm teasing.
The one on the ground. The athleticism
too long.
Cargill kicks out.
Smell says if they are planning to have Jade team up with Nyla and Vicky, I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah, it would be a formidable tag team if they decided to do that, or group.
Right.
And they have a lot of groups. They might as well make some for the women.
Right. Raleigh says Jade is the same size as Charlotte Flair, 5'10".
Yeah.
Yep.
She's a little thicker. She could just hit her face right on Jade's back.
Ouch.
That hurt.
Ow.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. And down, face first. Count to 100. Jade Cargill
and down.
ran right through her like a red light.
Poor Red Velvet. I've seen that twice yesterday. People running red lights. Javier says Mania was so good. Jake Eugene says she is married to Cedric Alexander.
Is she?
Jade Cargill is?
Or Velvet.
Or Red Velvet. Which one?
God, if it's Jade Cargill, she might be taller than he is.
Robbie says AEW women's roster, go to WWE women, just flip-flop about most of the women are not strong enough booking-wise. Javier says, and I cried when Blair won. Cool.
Good deal.
Walter says, good, Jade won.
Look who's number 1.
She has lights all over her.
You the people.
You the people.
We the people. Tony Schiavone's terrified.
Who wouldn't be? It's a Brit. Shh. Shh.
Tony Schiavone.
I think he was going to say Britt Baker, and then he didn't, so he just went with Baker, so almost like Dr. Breaker. Buddy was like, acre.
Hey, is this our guy? Our boxer?
Yeah. Anthony Ogogo.
Ogogo.
With the factory. Anthony Ogogo. Ogogo.
Let's see if he can use that hand speed.
Walter's like, Britt Baker, boo! Jacob G says, today is Buffy the Vampire Slayer birthday at Big Swole. Yeah? Sarah Michelle Gallery. Samo says Big Swole is married to Cedric Alexander. Red Velvet is engaged to Wes Briscoe.
Oh, a Briscoe, huh?
Big Swole is married to Cedric Alexander.
Big Swole is married to... Huh. I forgot to get this guy's name. Oh, he had eye injuries. That's why he stopped boxing.
Oh, he had eye injuries. Don't hurt your eyeballs, buddy.
Said he knocked out 180 of his opponents.
Hulk Carter? Something Carter.
Ogogo versus Carter. Cole Carter. 7 months in the business.
Cole Carter. Javier says, did you see Sammy G's vlog yesterday?
I did not.
I don't really follow his stuff. Raleigh says, Big Swole wrestled last night on AEW Dark with Red Velvet.
It's over already. He punched him. The referee stopped it. Cole Carter bleeding internally after that punch.
You can't punch people.
Yeah, he used to not be able to hit with a closed fist, but they've changed the rules. That's it. And the referee stopped it. Stepped in.
What?
It's like boxing.
Sorry, my face was like, what? That's weird and dumb.
The Factory, huh? That's their group name.
The Factory. Mm-hmm. Up next, Dax Harwood versus Chris Jericho with their special ringside enforcer of Iron Mike Tyson. That's up next, everybody. But Raleigh saying Big Swole wrestled last night on AEW Dark with Red Velvet tag match. I like AEW Dark and Elevation. It's good. Britt Baker is usually on there, and I think she's the best women's wrestler on AEW. Well, according to the stats, she's only third.
Yeah, she's third on the list, although she'll be moving up into second, it looks like.
Walter says Anthony will win. He did. So says Anthony Ogogo from the UK, former Olympic athlete. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He's a household name in the UK, we were told by him.
That's what I keep getting told.
His own face said it.
With his lips. Right now we have a commercial. We have commercials now again.
Yeah, it's weird.
On Wednesdays. Stretching my back. Why would you say that, Jason?
Yeah, Jason.
So with Mike Tyson on here, is Mike Tyson going to fight Holyfield again? Well, they've talked about it. Like, he supposedly got $35 million if they want to do it.
And to do their another whatchamacallit?
Right, and it'll be Memorial Day weekend.
Them to do a exhibition match?
Yeah, their third fight. But yeah, it'd be exhibition. I don't know if I'd want to fight Holyfield if I was Tyson.
He might bite your ear off.
No. But he's still a pretty tough dude. His son's a professional now.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
Mm-hmm. Evander, the real deal, Holyfield. I always wish that he would have fought Tyson about 2 years earlier. Even 3 years earlier. When he was the welterweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
Or cruiserweight. Cruiserweight champion of the world. Not welterweight, that's lighter. Cruiserweight. 205.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was so good, and I think he would have gave Tyson fits. Because of his actual ability to box.
Right.
Where Tyson fought a lot of heavyweights. A lot of heavyweights don't move very well.
True.
Although he could move.
Yeah, back in the day when they actually did kind of move.
Yeah, a heavyweight that can move is trouble. Because most of those heavyweights are just big guys that just hit hard. Tyson's advantage was his size. He was so small for his weight class. A lot of those boxers just move up in weight so they can go to heavyweight because the heavyweights are easier to beat.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
You got the elite, though, and the elite ones are hard. Like, right now, you got Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder and Ruiz.
Uh-oh.
Dillian White. You know I hate this. Is he talking to Kip?
Yeah.
If you have gold around your waist and you work for this company, you better hide too. Because Miro's coming for you. It's about time. Hopefully Miro can become a world champion. That would be sick. I don't know if he ever won it on WWE. I don't think he did. Rusev Crush.
Oh, he became like an Intercontinental or a United States champion at some point, though.
Yeah. Mid-cards.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing this right at the end of the first hour, huh? Are they trying to keep the ratings up for the second hour? I can't wait for these rating wars to see, now that they don't have an excuse that they're against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like if AEW is going to pull more or NXT is going to pull more.
Mm-hmm.
And in reality, AEW should pull more because it's a main roster, right? Like it's a real...
Right, it's... Mm-hmm.
But I want to see if they can reach 1 million now that there's more, people available to watch it.
Mm-hmm. Like they're not splitting their time.
And if they can get up over like 1.5, like it sounds like to me that they're not ever going to bring in Brock Lesnar types, even though it would help because of the Dean Ambroses and those guys don't like him.
Right.
But I don't think you do it because you like him. I think you do it because you want.
It's good for business.
Yeah. Swallow your pride.
Mm-hmm. And at some point, that's what's going to happen. That's what they're going to have happen, though.
Totally. The Pinnacle. Isn't that their name?
I think so.
The Pinnacle.
Mm-hmm.
Where's MJF? Is he coming out to his own music?
He might not come out at all.
Jack's staring down Mike Tyson. Tyson's like, well, come out and fight me. I'll punch you in the face. Here comes Jericho.
You better sing your song.
Sip of water. Run away. What have I become now that I'm betrayed? Everyone I've ever loved and pushed them all away. And I have been a slave to the Judas in my mind. Judas in my mind.
That's funny. Riley says, says, OMG, that didn't last long. Jeez, go Anthony, go like me from UK. Riley says, Miro doing great on AEW Dark. He does same finisher as WWE.
Yes.
They changed name to Game Over. He's so jacked, scary stuff. I would not get in the ring with that guy. Jeez. Robbie says, Mike Tyson, he's defo getting involved in the match. Trust.
He's got to, right?
He's an enforcer, so yeah. He's going to do something.
Are they kicking Tully out? He's got like a tablet. Like they're going to just stay on the inside of the ring. Of course they're going to go. Dax the Axe.
Matthew Meadows
no, Tully does have to
says,
leave.
I think WWE will get hurt more with moving than AEW. There's too much of the same old shit in WWE, and even though AEW nearly as big, they are different. I also believe that AEW got messed up with the Kung Fu.
Yeah, it is a different type of brand. It is the older school style wrestling. And I like that. That's my favorite part about it. That's why I like AEW. It's just old-fashioned wrestling.
Right. And we have Luke in the chat. Hey, Luke
Hello.
says, hey, I overslept my alarm, so hi. Well, you know, you probably overworked too, so it makes sense that you would oversleep.
Oh, Tyson took the chair right away from him. Tyson got pink shorts on, so you know he's legit.
With his loafers. Like his loafers.
Oh! Like, he's not going to let you use weapons. Get over it.
We have Vindicator in the chat. Hey,
Ben
says, hey, I'm back. I was here earlier, but nobody noticed, so I returned later, which is now. I hope the second time is the charm.
You didn't notice Ben.
I don't remember him being in here earlier. Robbie says he's looking to bust some...
Oh, shit.
One up D, not do the actual job. Oh.
Oh, my God. He's just throwing chairs. The crowd is scattering.
He's like making sure that they're not in the way. Don't want to hurt anybody.
Chairs flying.
Like EWA. I mean AEW. Matthew Meadows is like hashtag slacker. Yeah, Luke is a slacker.
Slacking. There's a big kick right to Jericho's midsection. Jericho thrown into the top turnbuckle.
Robbie's like,
big red hand.
Loafers are cool. I didn't say loafers were cool. I said, did you see his loafers? Travis was talking about his pink shorts. I'm like, did you see his loafers?
He's in Florida. Why wouldn't he?
I don't know. They're like
white
and weird.
Dax the Axe. Oh, did he hurt his elbow?
Looks like Jade procured a freaking cow yesterday. A freaking cow? What's the difference between a regular cow and a freaking cow? Just curious.
It means that you didn't want a cow.
So I spent all night and day learning how to manage a damn cow. Is it a cute cow? Is it like a hairy cow? Is it a Scottish Highland cow? Those are fun.
I'm sure it's a cow.
They have different cows. They're not the same as our cows. Matthew Meadows says AEW is like what ECW would have been like if WCW bought them.
Basically, yes.
Robbie says lots of people rock that
brand.
look in the UK. Do they, Robbie? They pull the Mike Tyson.
White t-shirt.
White t-shirt, pink shorts,
and a flip-flop.
And they're loafers without socks.
What's a loafer?
It's a slip-on shoe that looks like a dress shoe, kind of.
Oh, okay.
For a guy. Oh,
he hit him with a microphone.
He's like, hey, does my head look okay? He's like, oh, I don't know.
Jericho, right into that
Walter's
wall.
like, go, Jericho, get the win. Oh, what, Walter? You want Jericho to win?
I got a pin, stabbed him in the head with a pin.
Oh my God, seriously. At least it wasn't a pencil and he got lead poisoning. And he's like, Luke, I had a mother-in-law once too. Right? Walter's like, Mike Tyson at ringside. Yes, he's the special enforcer tonight, Walter. Vindicator's like, WCW would have watered down ECW tremendously.
Absolutely.
Robbie's like, yeah, in the summer or with decent trainers. Yeah, I could see with sneakers that would make sense, but the whole loafer thing is kind of weird.
I don't know. I kind of like them. I don't know what they are. I'm going to have to buy a pair. My Tevas count. My slipper.
Mm-hmm. Only if they're like hard-soled shoes.
Right.
Like if you had worn your nice dress shoes, but they're loafers. They just look funny because they're like old man loafers, you know?
Right.
They like have these gold things on them, and they're like really long looking.
He's a pimp.
Kind of creepy looking.
Oh, wow.
He's trying to get out of the way.
Tyson.
He's like...
Oh, yeah, get in his face. That's a smart one.
You better watch yourself, buddy.
Yeah, go do your job.
Like, go do your wrestling job. I'm doing mine, and that's it.
I mean, if you want to box for charity, we can do it.
Luke, says, it's cute, but it was our first minor disagreement. She got it without talking to me first, which was the rule for the sanctuary. I'm okay with her getting whatever, just let me know. Right? As she's putting it into the trailer and driving down the road, she calls you up and says, I'm bringing home a cow. And you're like, what? And she's like, yep, bringing home a cow. See you in a bit. And then she hangs up and you're like, what the fuck are you bringing home a cow for? What's going on? And then a cow shows up and you're like, oh crap. That's a major minor disagreement.
Just buy a cow, throw it out in the field.
I want a cow.
Yeah, but you want to eat it.
So? That's what they're there for, to eat.
If I had a cow, I'd end up keeping it, and it would die from old age.
Milk. So what you're saying is you need to be part of Luke's sanctuary.
Like my chickens out there.
Matthew's like, Luke, it's your turn to surprise her. Walter's like, okay, in 10 minutes I'm going. I will be in here Friday for SmackDown. Okay, Walter, we'll hang out with you for 10 more minutes, but that's it, just 10, okay? Only 10 minutes.
10 more
And then you have to leave. Indicator says, boy, that Jericho is an old one, isn't he, Mr.
Yes.
Potbelly Pig?
He's been fighting since Tyson was a kid.
He...
It might be around the same age, to be honest.
That's like R-Truth and John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up watching John Cena. He's my hero.
You're 20 years
Five
older
Knuckle
than
Shuffle.
I'm 20.
You can't beat me. Fucking R-Truth. Robbie's like, but his look would be better with a snapback or cap.
Oh, yeah?
Robbie's saying that his look would be better. Luke says, no, I got home last night and the cow was literally at the front gate saying hi, huh? Mrrr. What's up, buddy? I'm a cow. And you're like, what the fuck is there? One of the neighbors lose their cows or something? Why is there a cow here?
Look for a brand.
Looks like I literally felt so many emotions at once. Like, why are you here? Are you ours? Who are you? Are you the neighbors? Did you get lost? What the hell? I'm so mad. I'm so tired. I'm angry. Are you for food?
You want me to eat you?
Walter's like, poor Luke, too much animals. We're back from our picture-in-picture commercial break.
I mean, Jericho...
We're having a slap fest.
Jericho should run right through this guy. Just saying.
Well, yeah, because Jericho's a singles wrestler,
Yes.
and the other guy is not. He is a tag team wrestler.
He's a Hall of Fame singles wrestler.
Yes. Indicator says, if Tyson wants another geriatric senile swindler to fight, they're in the same building. Tyson people should contact Holy's people, book it, Tony, or whoever runs ACEW.
I think it honestly is going to be on the 29th of May. Look it up. Somebody look it up. See if Tyson and Holyfield are fighting on the 29th of May. It's the Sunday before the Monday that is the holiday.
Mm-hmm. Walter's like, Jericho, get the win for Inner Circle. And Robbie's like, LOL, Jericho, Duffo, been around.
Oh! Bulldog.
Around and around. Wow.
I think he's been on wrestling for like 31 years. Too, and...
He just had his 30-year thingy.
Was that this year or last year?
I thought it was this year. Beginning of it, but... Maybe it was a little late last year. It was recently, for sure.
The only one that's been wrestling longer than him that I can think of right off the bat is Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes actually wrestled in the 80s.
Right.
In 1989.
When he was a child. When he was a child of 2. Just kidding. He's like trying to be all mad over on the sidelines, like... Trying he'll look the part of an enforcer, which is hilarious.
1, 2, and just a 2.5.
Robbie's like, how long has Chris got left in wrestling?
He's got a couple good years in it left in him, I think. As long as he wants, to be honest. He could be around for 30 years if he wants to be a manager and a swindler.
Right? Could totally be around forever.
I mean, he could be one of those musicians that play into their 70s, too. Off that one song. Selling out arenas.
Right.
Judas in my life.
That's it. That's all. It's the only song that they all know.
I become it. Judas in my mind.
Looks like it's May 29th, from what I just read. It's been put on hold, ? Again? Not surprising. Walter's like, Mike Tyson just watching the match, no interference. No, he's been good.
He doesn't have anybody to interfere
He's just
with.
an enforcer. So he made it so that Chris Jericho couldn't use a chair. And then he made sure that Dax, is that who that one is? Dax couldn't use a bat.
Baseball bat.
So he's doing his job as the enforcer.
Dax, headbutt off the top, missed.
He fell and missed his target.
And then did a 180.
Probably not very good.
Uh-oh. The Walls of Jericho. The Lion Tamer. I haven't heard that one for a long time. He's got him in the Lion Tamer.
Is that what that's called now?
Yeah, that's what it was in WCW.
It's not.
What is he doing? He's involved. Get him, Ty. 2 and... Oh, Jericho kicks out.
Oh, he was going to do
Sammy
something
Guevara
and then
got
Sammy
involved.
beat him up. But he tried to go over there to do stuff, but weird. Anyways, Vindicator's like, sorry to be negative because it's just not my style. But this seems like a desperate ploy by AEW to make people watch an otherwise uninteresting matchup with Jericho versus a mid-card tag specialist.
2. Okay, not a mid-card tag. He's an upper
Yeah, they're not like...
But they are a tag specialist.
He is a tag team person, and so technically he shouldn't win because Jericho is a singles wrestler. But I don't think he's really mid. His belt's coming undone.
Do your belt back up.
Rob is like, LOD forever, ever, like Outcast. LOL. Forever, ever. But here's like AEW falling on some rough times, even though the competition has switched nights.
There it is. Code breaker.
Well, I don't really consider it hard times. I mean, okay, let's put it this way. There
they are.
So, did you want to see...
MJF gonna get knocked out? Wardlow and Hager.
Right?
Oh, he's got a bat. Where's Tyson? He's got to be close, right? There he is. He's got a bat.
Is that Floyd?
Oh! He got dropped!
Cash got punched. Poor Cash. He got punched.
He got knocked the fuck out. Sammy Guevara cheated. Judas effect, it's over. You can count to 100. 2 and 3. Chris Jericho beats the tag team specialist. Tyson got to lay somebody completely out. Probably in a coma.
Right? He kind of opened his eyes though, so I think he's okay.
All I know is it was loud.
Walter says, I think Tully Blanchard got ejected. Well, if he did...
He's back out there now, but...
Then he didn't get ejected for very long. Rob was like, is this a mid-card match then? No. Okay, so let's put it this way. Jericho has his inner circle, right? And then now you have MJF and his group, the Pinnacle. So either you're going to throw Shawn Spears at Jericho or MJF, which we've seen that plenty of times, right? So they're not going to do that again. So they're going to throw other people, like, you know, Cash or Dax Harwood at him instead. He's He didn't want to get it bloody. Wardlow's packing him off. That's funny. He's packing him around.
Mike Tyson's Incineroar.
Incinerary?
Oh, not that, because that would be burning.
I know, right? Like incendiary? What the fuck word did he use? I feel stupid. Ugh, this group.
A lot of belts.
Maybe here's like Tyson needs to knock out Tully to make this night truly memorable. Walter's like, yes, Jericho won. But but too bad, a missed opportunity. Oh.
Did the Good Brothers lose their titles? Anybody watch TNA, Impact, whatever they call it nowadays? They don't have belts.
They shouldn't.
The best promo in the business.
Oh my god, are you okay? You been drinking too much there, buddy? Because that's the stupidest shit.
So the Young Bucks wore those white tights in their match.
Mm-hmm.
But they wore sky pants in their interview?
I guess.
Like, isn't that the sky?
Yeah, basically. Or 80s jeans that
are they? I can't tell if they're jeans or if they're tights.
They're pants.
Like, they went and put tights on.
Right.
They look like the sky.
They're skinny pants, but they look like they're bleached skinny pants, I guess.
Like, that's what he would wear in public? Like, that's his, like,
not
oh,
surprising.
We're not
Look
wrestling.
at his fucking hat.
I like the hat, but...
I do too, but it just looks weird. Stupid.
Ho, ho, ho!
Look, so Randy did a podcast. He said he was supposed to lose at WrestleMania, but he's taking some time off, so Vince decided Randy should win. But Randy himself said Bray should have won. He argued with Vince. Interesting.
Good stuff.
Vindicator's like, anybody know what Puro means? I'm guessing not. No. And he's
I
never watched
Super
Impact
Kick, the cameraman!
because they have no impact until someone leaves for another company. Walter's like, okay, bye guys, see you Friday for SmackDown. Alright, Walter, you can stay for 10 minutes. Good deal. No more surprises. But it happened with the surprise. Then he hears like, and I haven't heard the phrase numb nuts in 10 years, lol. Give up, young buckaroos. That word is not coming back in style.
That is funny. My stepdad used to use that all the time.
Numb nuts?
Numb nuts. That's funny. I haven't heard that forever. I didn't even hear it this time. Ooh la la. Is that a guy?
I thought it was a very masculine like woman. They don't wear her makeup in the shower.
Finbot? Holy crap. We got, what, 40 minutes left?
Yeah, what matches are left?
Darby.
The other women's match.
There is another Statlander match, so that's enough right there. 2 matches.
Is that all?
I don't know. I mean, it makes sense.
I'm just trying to think what other ones might be left besides those. I don't know how many they had with it. 5 or 6.
There was just segments. I think we've had, 4 segments? 3 segments? We've had 4 matches. And I think there were 6 things, so there's 2 things left, yeah. The phone looks like it's going to fall. Probably isn't, but... I know who Bunny is because of wrestling. I know who Snoop is because of my youth, but I have no idea who she is.
That's Zoe. That's what they said. No.
Is she the girl off that show and she's a killer?
The Guardians of the Galaxy. She's Colombiana.
Yeah, Colombiana.
And she's also on the Guardians of the Galaxy, the girl he's interested in.
Yeah.
The alien one.
The green one or blue one or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's her too.
Pure Z's. If you want melatonin, just go watch the sunset. And then don't have any lights in your house after the sunset.
Like any kind?
You can have them, they just gotta be dim.
What about TV?
That's pretty bright. But...
Well, it's kind of bright, right?
And then in the morning, when the sun comes out, go stare at it. And that'll start to regulate your body. Another thing you can do is take ice baths in the morning and take hot tub things at night. Because your body will actually cool until 4 o'clock in the morning and then it heats. And then it starts to cool again. Mm-hmm. So if you go with that, if you get really cold in the morning, your body will have to heat itself up and that's its natural wake up. And then at night, when you get in the hot tub, it'll naturally have to cool faster. And so it kicks you into your, I think it's called like a circadian rhythm or something. But that's if you only have, if that's it. I don't have a problem sleeping. I fall asleep immediately. There she is! From Andromeda. Isn't somebody else from Andromeda? I heard that before.
With the best friends in Orange Cassidy.
She looks like she's in way better shape too, guys. She's out there with the best friends. She just wants a hug.
She just wanted to do nose bops all around.
Torn ACL in June. Yeah, don't wrestle big people. Amber Nova. Is she bringing the smoke? I can't tell she's bringing smoke. She has a cape on.
She looks like a twig.
She's a twig bitch.
She looks like a twig.
Fat Amy. Fat Patricia. Oh! She just hit a referee right in the face.
Disqualified. Just kidding.
All right, here we go. Statlander and Nova.
Icon's in the chat. Hey, Icon says, what the hell was Nick Jackson wearing? Pants?
They look like the sky, right?
Some kind of pants.
They were like a baby blue with clouds on them. I thought they were tights, like wrestling tights. And then they ended up being jeans.
They're like jeans that were bleached.
Yeah, bleach washed. Stone washed, they used to call it or something.
Vindicator says Statlander has a lot of ground to make up, but I feel she will be spoon-fed a title match, just like someone who was spawned by a 2-time Hall of Famer. I don't think so. They didn't really do that with her before when she was below.
She'll be in the title picture though. She'll get a shot. She won't win it, but she'll get a shot.
I mean, I just don't feel like she, and it's not going to happen like right away.
Oh!
Like this is technically her first match back, like on regular TV. She might be doing stuff on Dark, but
Yes, see, JR said it too. He's like, this might be politically incorrect, but she's leaned up, and she has. She's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
She's curvy now.
Yeah.
I was kind of worried about her before.
Well, she was rehabbing. She's getting back into shape. Well, what else are you going to do? You have to work all your other stuff, right? So can't just
Nobody
rehab
keeps
one
pushing
thing.
her in the face. You probably don't want to do that.
Oh my gosh,
Gorilla press!
She lost her outfit.
Yeah, she got her up. And just dropped her right on her guts.
Well, she's easy. She's like tiny. I told you she was a twig. Jacob's like, look, it's the pretty alien.
Yes, it is.
Jacob says Travis Nova is making her debut.
Well, she's getting her ass handed to her.
Vindicator's like, Amber Nova seems like an NXT reject, just saying. But enough about other brands that don't matter tonight.
Right. I think I seen her on Hannibal TV. I don't know if you guys watched that, but he interviews a bunch of these women. Big European uppercut. Big knee. That'll take your head off. Give you a concussion for a couple days.
Matthew says, T-Rex, I try telling people that if they want to lose weight to do early morning cardio because one's heart rate is increased throughout the day.
Oh, good idea.
Jacob says, come on, Team Statlander.
Bam.
She did a supernova on Amber Nova.
She sure did.
That's funny. Chris Statlander. Jay was like, she got to win. Yes, she did. Vindicator's like, yeah, I agree, Talitha. Stat Gal needs to press Nyla Rose to leave an impression, or at the very least, hoist up Jade.
Yeah, she can't wrestle her anymore because that's who injured her last time.
Rose?
Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
She's making him do it. He's like, Absolute Ricky Stark is on one right now.
I think he's on crack. It's like some creepy Jersey boy. You're a little combustible.
Obviously, you can see the split happening here.
I didn't do anything.
There you go. A guarantee.
Oh, I forgot. They were
Christian
this
Cage.
One. I forgot
challenge.
this was supposed to be a match or something. I don't even know what it is.
Is Christian still relevant in the wrestling world? Like, people still care? I noticed when he came back for the Battle Royal that they had, the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
People were pretty excited.
They were. Seemed like it. People were very excited.
But are people really excited to see him wrestle day in and day out? That's a question that needs to be answered, I think.
Jesus. People. No way. Yeah, no way. No. Just.
I can break things with my mind.
Like people?
Probably. Didn't think about that, but yes, I could make grown men cry with my mind.
Well, doesn't mean it has to be objects. Jacob says, Vin, we will beat the Jacksons for the tag titles. Matthew Meta says, Hannibal just did an interview with Mr. Hughes. He was my trainer in Atlanta before I enlisted.
Huh.
Awesome. Vindicator's like, Hobbs is as fat as Jericho. I guess AEW doesn't have a performance trainer center or performance enhancing you know what.
I have no idea.
Sweetie, I've seen some of the people on WWE, and they're just as fat. Or fatter.
What are we talking about?
Oh, he's saying that Hobbs is as fat as Jericho.
Oh.
I guess AEW doesn't have a performance trainer center or performance enhancing you know what. LOL. And I said, like WWE does any better. Like, almost multiples of their wrestlers are fat fucks. Like, they're fat. They're huge. They're big. And they're not, like, that athletic at it either. Like,
yeah,
I mean, even Keith Lee has a hard time. That big, gross, fat Bronson Reed guy. Otis. The chunky Otis. They're all big fat guys, right?
The fat guys sell. People like them.
I get it.
Dusty Rhodes.
But I'm just saying that Vindicator's going after them, and it's like, how is it any different? Like...
Well, because they're supposed to be not fat. Hobbs' character shouldn't be fat. Like, I get that. Like, you know, Nia Jax.
Uh-huh.
Like, she doesn't need to be that fat.
She's gotten fatter. I swear that she's gotten bigger.
Right. If she cut back down to like 250 or something, she'd look good. But she is getting heavier and heavier.
It's kind of crazy. Like, I swear she's gained weight since like the last few times we've seen her. And I'm just like, honey, I know that, you know, the whole COVID 15 pounds or whatever, but that's over. You shouldn't be gaining 15 pounds.
I mean, obviously she has some sort of a problem there with food.
Well, don't we all? At some point. Oh, don't even try to tell me that you don't, because you have a problem with foods.
Nah.
Yeah, you do.
I guess.
Like, don't get me any grapes because they're like crack and I won't stop eating them.
Yeah, don't eat fruit, you know, like fruit's such the devil.
I'm just saying, like, they're, you know, like, you're trying to say that you don't have a problem with foods,
grapes.
But you did. You had a problem with soda, but you overcame it. You had a problem with Powerade. You overcame. I'm just saying that you can overcome that stuff. I'm just saying, but you can't say that you're the type of person that I've never had problems with food. I'm not saying that you're taking food and being all like, oh my God, if I'm stressed, I eat food, or some emotional crisis in my life, or right. Whatever.
Why you can marry me to
because I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying because
that's
you said
what we were talking about.
I said everybody, and you said I don't, and I was like,
right.
Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on you because I'm including you with everybody because everybody does.
Because my eating problem.
No matter what it is, like whether it's I like eating sugar or I like eating this or.
There's Christian.
Or because you feel bad about yourself and your fat butt.
So, I'm unhappy because I eat, and I eat because I'm unhappy.
You know, who doesn't want to eat?
Who is going to come out and wrestle him? Here he comes.
Taz.
Big Taz.
He's like, I don't want you guys to come out. I just want to take Hobbs and Hook out there with me. Hobbs and Hook.
Sounds like a cop movie.
Hobbs and Hook. Matthew says that Jericho works out at the Jack Daniels gym.
Right.
Possibly.
Him and Paige.
Vindicator says they deserve 1,000 beatings, Jacob. Right. Matthew says Christian is cool, but he is at least a mid-card guy.
Yes.
Robbie's like, KO ain't fat no more. Whatever. I don't know why you guys are saying he's not fat.
Kevin Owens is one of the fatter guys on the roster.
Exactly. Like,
he was just on there on Saturday. Or Friday. Sunday.
The only time I'll ever say that KO is not a dad bod man is if he takes his shirt off and wrestles.
Right.
Because he has wrestled with a shirt on for years.
There's so many videos out there that are hilarious. It's like him coming out and stuff, and then it's Scott Steiner. He's fat! Obviously it's dubbed, but it's so funny.
That's funny though. If I was standing on my wall, I'd be 10 feet over your big head.
Well, we knew this was going to happen.
I never liked your stupid buddy that carried your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, does this mean Edge?
He does mean Edge. Looks like Hobbs going to get in there with him. Okay. Let's see where this one goes.
Christian and Edge are made so weird. Like, their bodies are made weird. Like, just weird. Just weirdly made. Weirdly made people.
Really?
Yeah.
It's long arms and long legs.
But they're, like, just awkward looking now. Like, they're just...
Hobbs going right after him. Was there a bell? Is there a referee? I don't see a
No,
referee.
it's not really a match. He's just beating him down.
Hook was in the way. Hobbs got him. Ran him over like a freight train.
Where's his train music? Just kidding.
Don't add train
Just
music.
kidding. Robbie's like, Nia Jax is on that bacon jam. Yeah, aren't we all? Nothing but it says, I think Tony Schiavone has more value than Christian. Well, he's not a swindler. He actually is doing his job.
He has to put up with Britt Baker.
They're best friends.
DMD.
They're best friends. Leave them alone. It's her best friend. Jacob says, Travis, how many more matches do we have yet?
I think there's just one more match.
Just one.
Darby and Big Money Matt.
It's in Falls Count Anywhere one. Then here's like Nia Fatness matches up with her fat noggin and ego to match an AEW sells more fat male wrestlers at the moment, including Jericho and the guy he wrestled tonight. Even Moxley gained some weight. I just don't think they have as many fat wrestlers.
I don't think that... I don't like what Moxley has done. It's almost like he just stopped caring once he went to AEW. Like, you can do whatever you want type of attitude.
Right.
And I think some of these wrestlers need structure. Like when he was in WWE, he wouldn't have been allowed to do that. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's the people he's hanging out with. Maybe these guys aren't hanging out with each other. And so all he's hanging out with is a pregnant woman at home.
Right. Jay says, Van, let's go get them tag titles from the Bucks. Rob says, DKO is trimmed down. I think you guys are mistaken.
We just seen him on Sunday. I'm like, it started to confuse me. I'm like, did I not see him on Sunday? It was only like 3 days ago.
I just don't feel that he's really
4 days ago.
Trimmed down.
Well, I mean, I guess compared to what he was or something.
I guess.
He needs to trim up a lot more. He had knee surgeries. The lighter you are, the easier it is on your knees.
True that. Vindicator's like, I won't be able to hear a thing you say during the match, Jacob. The Bucks outfits are just too loud. Oh, honey, they didn't wear loud outfits tonight. They were white and gray.
White and gray.
They were very blah. So they weren't loud at all. Like, if they got rid of the fringe, they had, like, little flaps at the bottom, but nothing, like, too distracting.
Very disappointing.
Yeah. Jacob says, I want to see Paul White take out Powerhouse Hobbs. Rob is like, Taz has just got whiter.
Right.
Well, he's old.
That's next week. Powerhouse Will Hobbs versus Christian Cage.
Ooh.
In the center of the ring. Ricky Stark, Hangman Page. That's huge.
Huh?
Team Taz all next week. It's like Team Taz week.
Trent mark?
Versus Penta El Zero.
Penta El Zero Miedo. What's up next?
Darby Allin, Matt. Big Money Matt Hardy.
TNT champion. Darby Allin versus Matt Hardy.
You can pin him in the bathroom.
Anywhere.
Is it going to be a cinematic type match?
Maybe. Matthew says, Popeye's chicken sandwich is way better than Chick-fil-A, but the KFC sandwich, tough call. Sure. Jacob says, we will turn the lights off and surprise them. There you go. Matthew says, they'll be pulling splinters out of their fat asses. Splinters. Why would they have splinters on their butts?
Mr. T now. So Iced Tea is called Mr. T.
Nice. About washing his stuff in cold.
Uh-huh.
That's funny.
That woman doesn't look that much older than she always did.
She's probably had a lot of stuff done to her face. Video here says, I actually like the laid-back attitude of AEW, but their bodies are their tools of the job. And your tools should always be at their best on any job you do in life.
Yeah, Brian Cage take care of himself, right?
Mm-hmm. Robbie says, Cage done out here and is dead food now. Right, Christian? Jacob says, they will never expect us then. Yeah, if you guys jump them in the dark, they'll never. totally a relief.
Well, hey, what a relief it is. Not a diarrhea commercial.
Yes. Something like that.
Or like one of those...
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Alka-Seltzer.
What a relief it is.
Robbie says, these wrestlers are on too much moolah to care if they are fat or not. Okay. What? Moolah? Moolah?
Maybe money? Moolah?
Too much moolah. Oh, looks like I'm heading back to bed. Have a good night. All right, Luke.
Have a good night.
Have some dreams about cows.
Mrrr.
Mrrr. There's nothing worse than overhype.
Does it have horns?
Got the fanfare.
You gotta burn them off.
No more fanfare or pyro.
But when they're older, you don't burn them off. You just cut them off.
He did it anyways. No. No.
Moo.
G says, D, at least we didn't see the pubic hair commercial. Right? Ugh.
I think that's a USA commercial. Or a TNT.
Matthew's like, moo. Matthew's like, hello, Luke. Moo. Robbie's like, moolah, money. Oh, Travis was right. Moolah. Moolah. That's moolah. But you're calling it ER, moolah. So it sounds weird. Then here's like, I'm cool with it as long as you can get their production truck to turn the lights back on at just the right moment to recognize our dominant victory as I hold up the title belts. There you go. Spotlights. The truth is the truth, he says. Did his dad just die?
They did. Their Falja did just pass away. They just live right down the road, kind of. They're in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So it's only like one state away.
Right.
And they're in northern Florida, so.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 states.
Jay was like, I will, Van, and we will have Travis help too. Yeah, Travis can put the spotlights. I don't know. They're somehow winning the tag titles off of the Young Bucks. But they have to sneak up on them in the dark to do it. Now, watch this match, everybody. He's going to get beat up a lot. And then somehow he's going to come from behind and win it.
With one offensive move. Will we see Sting?
We'll know when Tony Schiavone's out there saying, it's Sting!
Coffin drop. He'd be so much fun to wrestle because he's so tiny. He's got to be 135 pounds.
I don't know what his stats are. Mm-hmm. Jacob says, is it me or does Darby look rough? He didn't shave this morning. He's like, I'm trying to be relevant in my shaving. Or I was like, Matt is washed up.
Oh, he's bringing in a chair.
He's already got a chair. Anything goes. No falls count anywhere, so.
I guess the ref ring the bell. I didn't hear it, but.
I didn't hear a bell either, so.
Darby into the ropes. Comes on. Oh, he gets hit right in the back.
Ouch. Vindicator's like, Hardy is Big Bunny now? LOL. He's only hold on to his shoestring of a career just to get some money that he desperately needs. A dark-haired swindler. He got that concussion, so he had to come back as something else. So I've been told that's the reasoning behind all of it. Travis was making up crap, but it sounded good.
Oh! Well, he did get a concussion. I think he likes just being different characters.
Probably. It's probably fun. Keeps things more interesting.
Scorpio Sky up there. Ethan Page. Ethan Page signed with AEW right before their last pay-per-view. We saw him once.
And he's supposedly a team? They're a team?
Yeah, him and Scorpio Sky.
Yeah.
The former SCU guy.
Yeah, Scorpio's guy, yeah. I know who he was. The other guy.
Look at Darby's back.
Yeah, that's his back from being hit by the chair already. He's weird. He's almost like he doesn't have that thing. What's that called, when they don't have a pain receptor? Or a scared receptor? Like they don't have those things? Like they don't feel pain?
Like a psychopath?
No, like there's a disease.
I don't know.
That people can have where they don't feel pain, or like they're psychopaths, I guess, that they don't feel scared of anything.
Yeah.
Roy says the ref looks like he would win a staring contest. Maybe.
He's already bloody on his back.
Oh, let's took his skin off. That's kind of gross.
Hit him again, Matt.
Matthew Mena says, how tall is Darby?
5'8", maybe?
Maybe tall as the ring robes? I don't know.
Oh, 4 foot. Sure, he's tall.
You'll have to look.
Oh, right in his ribs.
Then he says, and now Darby is dressing like Sami Zayn. How long before he starts making some whining crybaby personal documentaries? Well, at least he'd be talking and it'd be hilarious. Sami Zayn's documentary is pretty funny, actually. They're all against me. It's like, yeah, the damn right they're all against me.
We're going to see the fallout from that in, 47 hours?
The fallout from his loss and...
From all the SmackDown stuff. 1, 2, Darby kicks out. What are the odds that Matt Hardy win this? Like 0?
Oh, probably.
0.01.
I mean, did they have to put in his falls count anywhere for him to win? And why doesn't Darby have, like, some kind of a weapon?
Darby can't even stand up. Plus, Darby doesn't have any offense. He never does. Oh, shit. That was his head.
Ravi's telling you to shout louder. Matt might hear you.
Right. Matt, win this.
Matthew says, this match should be over already. Right? But it's not going to be.
By the way, this is the main event, so...
Yeah, this is the main event.
You still got 14
So unless they have something else, like, happening, this is your main event. And this is basically how Darby Allin completely wrestles.
Every match. He gets his ass kicked the whole time. He'll do 2 moves and win.
He somehow wears his opponent out by letting them beat him up.
It's like the rope-a-dope.
I guess. Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm. Muhammad Ali perfected.
Jacob says, did you know Darby used to date Priscilla Kelly? Yes.
I've heard something about that.
She was married to somebody and had a divorce, and that's why part of his depression issues are and why he goes around trying to kill himself. Robbie's like, main event, laughing. Right? It's pretty jokish.
Yeah, this is silly.
It's kind of a joke.
I mean, these independent wrestling companies like this, because, I mean, they want to be legit, but then they throw people like Darby Allin in their matches.
Right. And
it's like, you can't be a good promotion when you got Darby Allin in your main event. Sorry, everybody that loves Darby Allin, but you just can't. It doesn't work.
It is really weird.
This should have been a mid-card fight. Who's this? It's a Butcher. Falls count. Oh, God! Hit him right in the face. He didn't even try to duck. Look at the dent in the garbage can. Now, granted, those garbage cans are hard.
Right.
But still.
Jacob's like, maybe Sting will come.
Oh, Sting's coming.
Oh, I'm sure. Listen, Tony will
it's
say
4-on-1. We're gonna 5-on-1. We're gonna see Sting. They're taking the stairs away. What are those, homemade? Like a 2x4 in there.
They're like, we need... Oh, the Dark Order.
The Dark Order coming out.
Dark Order's going to come out and help a little bit, huh? Oh, there he is. There he goes. Tony Schiavone. It's Sting!
Sting's laying people out with his bat.
This guy got me a baseball
bat. So basically,
bat.
Sting has to cheat for Darby to win. Isaiah Mark Quinn.
Wielding his bat.
Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn. Gets beat up by the Chosen One of 1989.
Oh, 1989.
Sting. By the way, he was. So now we have somebody that wrestles that's older than Dustin, by the way. You don't want to miss a second of this, guys.
A second of this interesting crap that's happening.
Got to go to picture-in-picture on this. But Darby and Matt are still having their match.
Hey, Darby is putting up some offensive stuff going on, though. I mean,
there's a gang fight around the ring.
Yeah, but he's beating up Matt, so that's good, right?
After
his beatdown from those other people.
Matt.
Well, didn't Matt's groupies
it doesn't
jump
count.
him first?
He's a bad guy. Good guys are always above it.
But Darby doesn't have lackeys. Like, the Dark Order's not his thing.
Sting is.
So? But the Dark Order came out first, so how's that?
Now Darby's using weapons?
He can't. It's a false count anywhere.
I'm just saying he's supposed to be a face.
Okay, but he just had a chair.
Look at this.
He used a chair on him earlier.
Chairs are fine. Garbage cans are cheating.
Don't worry, he wouldn't be able to take it.
Right into that crease. That would hurt because it creased. It might have pinched his belly. The Butcher getting beat up.
He's a twig bitch. There's no way.
my sub has more rings than your sub. My sub has bacon.
Right? Bacon's way better. Bacon. Matthew says, I like those ghetto repairs on the steel steps, right?
Oh my gosh.
Then he's like, well, now that I know Darby's weekly strategy, it gives me the chance for a tactical response of leaving and coming back when the next wrestling show recaps Bianca's victory 5 times during the night. Oh, it'll happen. I can't wait until Friday and we have to hear it multiple times. Barf. Robbie's like, Dia's better than Tony calling the match.
There you go.
Not really.
Better than Tony Schiavone.
Matthew says, oh, wow, WCW 1999 Sting doesn't wrestle but carries a bat to a margin event match with interference.
Yep.
Jacob Jean says, gee, you should be an announcer. Not really.
Get out there.
Jacob's like, Darby has Sting and Dark Order. But not really, like...
I don't know where the Dark Order actually came from for this, but
I don't even know why they're out there to be relevant. Like, do they
I mean, I guess he could be the leader of the Dark Order. He's kind of a nobody.
Right. Vindicator's like, see you guys for Shakedown, SmackDown Friday night recap, head of the loneliest table. Bye. Alright, Vin. Have a great night, bud. We'll see you on Friday. Jamel McGee says, little pig, let me in, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Little pig, let me in. Remember that rap? Wasn't there a rock song?
Possibly.
Little pig, let me in, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Probably. It was probably an angry song like that, too.
Blow your house down. I'm gonna have to look that up.
So they haven't made it back into the ring yet.
False count anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right, I know. So they're still outside of the ring fighting for everybody at home. And we just came back from the actual commercial.
Oh, Darby into that barricade and then over it. I don't even know how that was possible. He couldn't do that again if he wanted to.
Fell into it and then went over it. So, also... he threw the garbage can away, so...
So he threw the garbage can in the trash?
He threw the garbage can away from the ring.
Oh, the Murder Hawk!
Like, why would you guys even want to come out there?
Big Lance Archer. Like, Sting's got them.
He's like, no, I don't want you to be in here. I'm going to take him on.
Poor Sting looks like an old dad.
It's
with
not,
face paint on.
Right? It's not about...
Oh, he's going out there.
It's like, it's not about you guys.
Isaiah Cassidy. Or is that Mark Quinn? That's Cassidy.
It's Cassidy. Nice.
He's like, that's how you get it done.
He's like, this is how you do it, old man. He's like, I can't lift him up like that anymore. Sorry.
I'm smiling.
My bad.
They can't have that match. That match doesn't even make sense. Sting and Archer. Like, Archer, you'd have to be so careful with him that it would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's just taking him away. Sting's in the ring by himself. Oh, he got his chair stolen because he wasn't paying attention. Darby just threw the chair away.
He did. Remember how you said that the guys don't... That? See, there you go. Yeah. He took it. He threw it away. He used it once and then threw it away.
Oh!
He's like, ooh, a bat.
He got the lumber. Call him Batman.
Oh, but I'm a good guy. Can you point somewhere?
Call your shot.
Call your shot. It's in that field over there. Kapow!
Oh, right up in his groin.
Low blowing it there. Normal.
Flair style.
Jacob G says they came from
stuff.
backstage. Me and Vin saw them backstage. Sweet.
Oh,
Robert's
shit.
like, Dee has ordered her women's SmackDown belt so she can flaunt it when Belair comes out on Friday. Ha ha ha.
Yep. Hopefully it'll get here in time. Twist of
Robert's
fate
like,
down into a
what's the
chair.
point of this match?
It's a title match, guys.
Jacob G says Sting and the Murder Hawk helping each other. I don't know if that was really helping each other, if that was just the Murder Hawk taking away things like garbage.
Right, he's taking the trash out.
Jacob wants to know, was Excalibur a wrestler? I really don't know.
I would assume so, since he wears
mean,
the lucha mask.
Unless he's just an honorary lucha. Maybe he used to, like, commentate for what, down in Mexico or something,
Right.
or that
I
kind
don't
of
know.
stuff.
I would assume he did, because that's a wrestling name and that's a wrestling outfit. But I have no idea. Oh shit, right into the monitor.
Nice. Jamel says, stunning like a daddy Sting. Yeah, that.
He going all the way up a ladder? Oh, is he going to put him on that table?
Probably.
There's a table sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he doesn't hit his head. Punch him in the head a few times.
Robbie's like, Matt is blowing out of his ass.
He's going up top.
He's trying his hardest to be
Gonna be
relevant.
like Jeff.
He's like, look at me. I can wrestle.
Oh, he landed it.
How could he miss it?
I know they're fighting in a phone booth.
Right? That's what I said. Like,
oh, Darby kicks out.
that's what I was saying. Like, how could he miss it? They're like in this tiny little space. It's like, how could he miss that? He couldn't have gone. I guess he could have over jumped it. Oops, I went through the curtain back here. My bad.
Darby the house elf is in deep trouble, but he is kicking out. He's still alive.
So there has to be that Darby has to be a part of this whole writing thing for himself being beat up all the time.
Right.
Like, it's like, I really like being beat, so I think that what should happen
We want a David and Goliath story.
is that you should beat me a lot with, like, chairs and things and stuff. He's like, oh, you want your bat? Here, let me help you get your bat.
He's going to throw him down there on that table, huh?
Jacob's like, believe it or not, Excalibur used to be a wrestler. Well, there you go, see? You answered your own question, Jacob.
Is he going to powerbomb him all the way down there? That's a great idea.
No, Darby got out of it.
Kicked him in the balls.
Whoa, he got the low blow this
What a
time.
cheater.
I think he just missed. I think he was trying to kick him legitly.
Oh.
It just kind of went.
Now he's got a bat.
Went to the middle instead of the side. He was a little bit too close. Thought he was farther away. You know, all that stuff.
Excuses.
Well, you know.
Now he's got a bat, which is disgusting. It's just disgraceful.
This isn't the poor JR. He's like, this isn't the place.
And he hit him with that bat twice. 3 times for the trifecta. Now he's threatening the ring announcers.
Yeah, we're out. Oh, shit.
Another one. Right to the midsection.
Oh, God.
Oh, now he's breaking monitors.
At least he waited for them to move, right?
What the hell's wrong with him, JR?
What's wrong with
See?
him? This is not how champions act! Robbie's like, I don't know who's more funny at wrestling, Edge or Matt.
Well, Matt's the funnier one, I would assume, and then Jeff is the more serious.
Well, he said Edge or Matt, so.
Oh, Edge?
I don't know.
Did you mean Edge?
I don't know.
Oh, his coffin dropped from the top! And he lands it! He's done.
Oh. He's kind of stuck in the table a little bit there.
He's like, dude, it's wrapped around me. Count to 100, guys. Say it went 3.
Well, we knew that was going to happen. I mean, not like that specifically, but... Jamal McGee says, Sting is my daddy, Darby Allin my son, and we are stunning like some stingers. Cool. Jacob's like, Jeff is better than Matt. Robbie's like, Matt got hit in the kisser. He did. Yeah, he says, yeah, I meant Edge. He did mean Edge.
Yeah.
So Edge or Matt. I don't know who's more funny at wrestling.
I feel like Edge is a serious character.
I feel like Edge is a serious character. You're such a dork.
Well, I mean, that's not serious. I feel that
Edge is a serious character. Yeah, he looks real serious when he's all out there in his geriatricness.
You know how many wrestlers are older than him? And you call him the geriatric one? We've just seen like 2 or 3 tonight.
They're geriatrics too.
Jericho? I'm pretty sure Jericho's older.
So's Matt Hardy.
We know Sting is. Sting's older than Undertaker.
Sting's a geriatric. They're all geriatrics. Jacob's like, I met someone who wrestled old Grandpa Sting. Sweet. Robbie's like, I can't take this much seriously. I'm dying. It's over now, it's fine. So it's done. You can't watch it anymore. It's over. All right, everybody. Well, that was interesting. Was there anything else on NXT we wanted to go over real quick before we head off?
Like just some of the matches, you mean? Or?
Yeah, if there was anything you wanted to go over besides the title change for Kushida winning the 205.
Kushida won the title. We had that Frankie Monet showed up.
Frankie Monet. Mm-hmm.
So
Taya Valkyrie. Mm-hmm.
She showed up right. Raquel came out to the ring.
Right.
And then she showed up, and then she left. Awkwardly, it was weird because she had these high heels on. She was trying to get over the rope, and she was trying not to fall off because she had her dog in her hand.
Oh crap!
She was holding a puppy.
Oh.
And so it was very awkward. And the camera kind of stayed away from her. And then all of a sudden she just left. I don't know where she went because I'm pretty sure she didn't go back down the ramp.
Right.
And then the lights went out, and they're like, "What's going on?" And then it was Rhea Ripley, and then.
Oh, what else happened though? Like anything else significant? Because I don't find that very significant. That's stupid.
Karrion Kross obviously talked. He started out the show.
Oh, did he?
He said anybody in wrestling.
Ah.
So maybe there's a little bit of opened invitation there for main roster people even.
Cool. Okay.
I'm trying to remember what the main event was. Oh, it was the ladies. I think it was a mixed tag team match. It was all of them. It was the Johnny Way, the Way.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Johnny Wrestling, the Way.
Right.
And then Dexter Lumos and
Candace.
Shotzi and Ember. Somebody else that I can't think of. Bronson Reed. And then Dexter Lumos picked up indie wrestling and was carrying her off. And she looks back at the camera and she's like... she was all sorts of happy. She was smart. She's like...
She's like, I'm being kidnapped by the one I want to be kidnapped by.
So then he's walking up the ramp with her and she's like...
She's been brainwashed. They've lost her to the dark side of Dexter Lewis. Rami's like, what's this crap on TNT now?
It's fighting.
It's MMA stuff.
It's not UFC, but it's MMA.
Yeah. So it's not UFC itself, but it's like UFC. I don't know. We're not watching it.
I turned it off.
Yeah, so Jacob's like, Indy Hartwell, yes. Robbie's like, sounds like I missed nothing on NXT as usual. I mean, it sounds like it too. Travis said it was kind of anticlimactic. He said that he only showed me one thing from it last night, and I figured there'd be so much more to it as their first night on a different night. They'd kind of pump it up a little bit more. But the only thing that he showed me was the Kushida change of the 205 title to Kushida winning, which I was glad. I'm glad he won because he's been going after Johnny Gargano's title, and he lost to that, which was stupid, and some other stuff. So it was like, dude, either give him a title or stop throwing him at titles. One or the other needs to happen.
Yeah, he finally got a title, so I'm excited about that.
So.
And then Devlin or whatever his name is.
The big head dude.
Devlin. He challenged him when he gets back, I guess. So he might be going to Europe and then coming back. Oh, and then Roderick Strong quit.
Oh, yeah, they mentioned that.
He was with a blonde. I don't know. I'd never seen before. I'm assuming it's his wife or whatever.
Oh.
And then he handed him the papers, and then they said he's welcome back anytime.
Mm.
So he didn't burn any bridges or anything.
Right. Which
so,
it wouldn't
the
seem
Undisputed
like
Era is no more, obviously.
Obviously. Very obvious.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Like I said, that mixed gender tag team at the end of it, it was just like,
Jacob says
why?
that was an 8-person mixed tag match.
Yeah. And I just didn't understand why.
Probably just to give people time or something. Nothing significant, it sounds like.
And of course, Austin Theory is going to be the one that takes the loss, which he was. But he got beat up by everybody, too. It's pretty funny.
That is very funny. Hopefully it was Dexter Lumis the most. And then he carted away Indy.
Oh, yeah. She was super excited.
That's pretty funny. Robbie says, is Cole making the main roster? Is it worth it for him to go there? I don't know. They haven't really said what they're doing with him. Because him and, what was it? O'Brien?
Uh-huh.
They had O'Reilly had another huge match on their pay-per-view thing, their 2 nights before WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. And I guess some stuff happened, like, after, like, they were off the air. Like
when they were putting him in the ambulance or something?
Yeah, or something. Part of the story. It's nothing serious or anything. But part of the story of something happened. I don't know, they threw it up there and I thought that they would kind of go over it on Tuesday, but I guess they didn't. So I guess it wasn't as significant as they tried to make it out to be in their
Cole's
previous
done,
stuff.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume Cole's done on the NXT brand and is moving forward.
Right, Robbie's like, just to get bodied by events like Keith. Keith is not bodied. Keith Lee had an injury of some kind.
Undisclosed.
So it's an undisclosed injury, so something's happening with him that nobody knows. They haven't issued anything in the media of what it is. So the only reason why we haven't seen him is because of something's going on. So we really don't know. You know, I mean, once they're like, okay, it's okay if we talk about it, they'll give you information and stuff like that. But it's not like he's not being used because Vince all of a sudden doesn't like him.
He was at WrestleMania because he was like, he had pictures taken with his girlfriend and they were there. They were with other wrestlers. It was all over Instagram. So he's close.
Yeah. So like he's there and stuff, but something definitely happened to him in one of those matches that. Something. Robbie says, I know he's injured, but he's still getting bodied by Vince.
Right. No, you're right. And what I think is going to end up happening there is if they keep him off TV long enough, he'll get a bigger pop when he comes back. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of wrestling fans don't like when people come from other brands and then win titles.
Like with Rhea.
Yeah.
Like, it pissed me. It's like, I fucking hate her. I like fucking hate it. Even Bianca Belair, the whole thing with Bianca Belair, to a certain degree, I'm like, yeah, I don't like that.
Has she put in enough time?
Exactly. That's it. Not that she's not worth it. Not that Rhea wouldn't be worth it. But the time hasn't been put in for them to just, to make it feel like they deserve that. I know everybody out there is like, oh, Bianca Belair totally deserves it. Blah, 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 blah.
No, you have to put in time. I feel like you have to be there.
And I'm not saying she's not a good enough wrestler. And she's not good enough to get there. I just don't feel like, I think they rushed it. They rushed that storyline. They rushed her being this, like, oh, well, WrestleMania's right around the corner. Let's rush her into it. Let's make sure she gets it.
That was a 3-month plan. I mean, they did it at the Royal Rumble. They knew what they were doing.
Right, but still.
But the Rhea Ripley one, I'm not sure they did, because that was Charlotte's match. Up until Charlotte tested positive.
Right. It was Lacey Evans' match until Lacey Evans came and said, I'm pregnant. Oops, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that. This wasn't something planned, and I'm sure that Lacey's wasn't, but at least she was smart enough to come right out and tell him what was going on and didn't lie about anything. And then poor Charlotte got a false fucking positive pop of pregnancy, and instead of insisting that they do a blood test instead, you know, they just took her off, and then, granted, she, you know, had COVID and stuff after that, but still, it's just silly. Anyways, Robbie's like, we ain't put in any work and just jumped the queue. Yeah,
it's tough, and so real wrestling fans are like, oh, like, you gotta do something. And so, obviously, you're gonna have the WrestleMania backlash, which is just kind of a weird thing. Charlotte's going to main event that. I don't know if it'll be a main event, but it'll be on the card. But it'll be a triple threat.
Yeah.
And so Charlotte could possibly win it from Rhea again, which would be fantastic for some. I mean, I would like it because it would just be like, it would start the huge feud between those two, but on the main roster.
Right.
And that could go on for a year. They could wrestle next year at WrestleMania for it.
True.
Type of
stuff.
Yes. And they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to decide if they're
That's what they want to invest in. Mm-hmm.
To not do it or be creative enough to do it. John Cena and The Rock had a year-long war for the title. A whole year. It lasted 1 year. It started at WrestleMania, ended at WrestleMania.
Nice.
So,
Robbie said, I don't get the hype on Rhea even when she was in NXT.
I get it, just because she's a tall, curvy, blonde. But other than that, I mean, and she's strong and she's pretty good in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're looking at.
Right.
Is if she can draw fans by her looks.
Which, what kind of fans are you looking for? Are you looking for, like, the weird fans?
Yeah, but they can still see curves and they can still... They're going to play with it. If it doesn't work, it's gone. It's over. It's scrapped. Trust me. It'll go fast.
Oh, yeah.
Think about how long she had the title in NXT. And Triple H runs NXT.
Yeah, but Triple H likes those girls when they look like that.
How long did she have the title?
I don't remember.
Like 3 months.
Oh, was it only 3?
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit longer than
remember, she won the title, and it was like a big deal that she won the title, and she took it from Shayna Baszler, and they had the party in the ring and all that.
I remember that part.
And then Charlotte won the Royal Rumble that same month in January, and then called her out. She started showing up on their TV, on NXT TV, and then beat her at WrestleMania. So she only had the title for a few months. So she was never a long-run champion, and that's what I'm talking about. And Triple H runs that. I mean, Vince could have had a say. Obviously, Vince obviously has a say, but Triple H pretty much runs NXT.
Right.
And so for that to happen means that AAA was probably on board for it.
True, yeah. Robbie says if it don't work, it will go fast like a toilet flushing.
Yes, and it will. And they'll recycle these stories quick. And they'll notice when the fans aren't cheering. They'll be like, oh, here we go. And then they'll just flip it. Although right now they can manipulate you. Because they don't really have fans.
True.
They're live. But anyways, Robbie.
All right, Robbie, thanks for hanging out with us, bud. We appreciate it. Good talk. I just wanted to see if there was any NXT stuff that we could just go over real quick for the end of the match or end of the night. Anyways, we will be back on Friday for SmackDown for all the WrestleMania fallouts, hypes, recaps, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there's going to be 3 matches on that card.
So we'll definitely see you guys on Friday. Have a great night, and yeah.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.